Hey everyone, welcome to SHURE Initiative Thursday Throwback. Today I'm thrilled to take you back to one of our most memorable events in Toronto 2019. Picture this, a packed room, buzzing with energy, as Doug Kligman, the Chief Investment Officer at VESPER Holdings, takes the stage. Doug didn't shy away from stirring the pot. He put forth a bold claim that US and UK student housing markets are miles ahead of Canada's. But he didn't stop there. Doug challenged Andy Feinour, the president of Student Quarters, to dig deep into how Canadian investors could innovate and adapt.
When we talk about the student housing sector, we'll agree not only in bad times, but in good times it's performed remarkably well. In fact, I know you had mentioned that in Canada, we're a generation behind in terms of the maturation of the sector here. We've had some growing pains in the U.S., the student housing sector along the way, but it hasn't been always rosy. There's been some challenges. What lessons have we learned in the U.S. Over the past decade or so, and can any of those pitfalls be avoided in Canada, and if so, how?
I think that because we're just a border away, the natural comparison is the Canadian market to the U.S. market. I'm actually not sure that that's the best comparison on an international stage. I think of Canada more like Australia, which is also going through a tremendous student housing boom right now. And the reason for that is the Canadian culture is somewhat different than the U.S. culture. In the United States, almost all of the kids leave home and go live in student housing or whatever shadow market product might be, and that's just part of the way, the fabric of the culture. Here a lot of kids, the enrollment's huge here and in many other schools, but a lot of kids are still living at home. And one of the things that's really driving the growth of student housing here is the increase in the international population, which I think is now somewhere between, depending on what sources you look at, somewhere between 7 and 8%. And they obviously need a place to live. That same thing played out in Australia. Australia was another culture where the kids just didn't go to personal student housing. So there was a tremendous boom of supply on the development side, which I anticipate will happen here in Canada as well. In fact, a little bit of oversupply happened compared to the international demand. And so where Australia is now is they're in that mode of now working through trying to convince the domestic population to actually enter into that housing, which will be the next kind of catalyst for growth. And so I think some of those lessons learned from there will actually apply to Canada much more so than some of what we have experienced in the States. Not to say that there's not correlations, but I just think that's a better comparison.
If you're in university, planning or student accommodation, you need the SHURE initiative in your toolkit. Let's revolutionize student housing together. With a rising global student population and an increasing desire for international education, the demand for quality student housing is skyrocketing. Enter the SHURE initiative, your go-to resource for cutting-edge insights and innovative solutions in university real estate. We're talking about more than just buildings. Modern amenities, eco-friendly designs, and vibrant community-focused spaces are shaping the future. From smart technology to mixed-use developments, SHURE keeps you ahead of the curve. Public-private partnerships and adaptive reuse projects are paving the way for sustainable and cost-effective solutions. And with a focus on student well-being, SHURE ensures that student housing is more than just a place to sleep. It's a thriving, supportive environment. Join the SHURE initiative today and connect with global experts, access vital industry information, and transform the student living experience. Let's build the future of university real estate together, ready to make an impact. Dive into the SHURE initiative now. Revolutionize student housing, one innovative idea at a time.